Tennessee basketball's run in the NCAA tournament is officially over, and it's not just the end of a season, but the end of an era for the Tennessee Volunteers. Hey, Lucas Panzica here from 104.5 The Zone and A to Z Sports. Final score from Indianapolis in the Elite Eight. Tennessee falls to Houston 69-50, and this game felt over at halftime. 34-15 was the Houston lead at the break. 15 points. That is the lowest number in a first half by a top 2 seed in NCAA tournament history. It's also the lowest point total by a team in the Elite Eight since seeding began in the Big Dance in 1979. Tennessee just struggled to get shots to go in the first half, missing their first 14 three-point attempts, and the Vols were dominated in the paint by a Houston team that shares a lot of the same characteristics as Tennessee, physically dominant, defensively dominant, but they did all of those things a lot better than the Vols on Sunday, and a successful season for Tennessee ends in their second straight Elite Eight appearance, something that has never been done in program history. Yet another 30-win season under Rick Barnes, but no doubt a heartbreaking loss as Tennessee continues to chase that first ever Final Four appearance by the men's basketball program. And it was a bitter pill to swallow for Vols fans, not just for the season ending, but for the careers of Zakai Zeigler and Jahmai Mashack coming to a close. Players sticking around at the same program for 4 years is a rarity nowadays in college athletics. And Jahmai Mashack and Zakai Zeigler, you could argue, are the most successful duo in the history of Tennessee men's basketball. Think about the accolades during those years. 60 wins at home, 3 straight Sweet 16s, 2 straight Elite Eights. You're talking about 1 conference tournament championship, 1 regular season championship in the SEC. Jahmai Mashack and Zakai Zeigler have seen Tennessee and helped carry Tennessee to some of their peaks in the history of the men's basketball program. So this didn't feel like any other season coming to an end for Tennessee. It truly felt like an era coming to a close, although we do expect Rick Barnes back with Tennessee next year. He has already shot down any rumors of retirement going into the 2025-26 season. So now the question is, where does Tennessee go from here after losing 2 program legends like Zakai Zeigler and Jahmai Mashack? And it's not just Zeigler and Mashack going out the door. It's Jordan Gainey, whose eligibility is expired. He had a nice night, one of a few Tennessee players to score 17 points off the bench against Houston. You look at other players that are out the door. Igor Milicic Jr. Tennessee has a lot to replace going into next season. They will return a few players around the rim, like Felix Okpara and Cade Phillips, that they can build around. But Tennessee's backcourt is almost completely empty after this year. They've had the benefit of continuity over the last few years, whether that's Santiago Vescovi, Josiah Jordan James, Zakai Zeigler, Jahmai Mashack in the backcourt. That is not the case going into next season. So Rick Barnes is going to have to hit the portal heavily this offseason as Tennessee tries to retool and continue that chase for its first ever Final Four appearance. But there is no doubt this was a heartbreaking loss, as not only do we see the careers of Mashack and Zeigler come to a close, but even to the radio side with Bob Kessling and Burt Bertelkamp closing out a legendary run calling games on the Vol Network. A sobering day for Tennessee basketball after a successful season. Rick Barnes and his staff have a lot of work to do going into next year.